next project. So this is the toolbox. I don't know what this was, I couldn't remember what this was, but it's actually the toolbox. It goes here on the frame, and it goes behind the side panel, and it has one of the clips that holds the side panel in place is attached to the this toolbox. And further to my comment earlier about there's nothing on this bike that I touch that doesn't need something doing to it. I don't know if you can see, but this spot welded on bracket is about to fracture off. I think the vibration must be quite interesting on this bike, but you can see that it's cracked all the way up here. It's cracked around that spot weld, and this is on the point of falling off. So I've got to decide what to do about that. But it's going to involve some heat. I've got to either braze this on or weld it around the edge, or plant something on the surface here and weld it. Either way, it involves some heat, and I don't want to ruin the springiness of the spring steel here. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is drill out these rivets so I can take that off, and then decide what I'm going to do to effect a repair of that. And watch this space. So I decided to weld it up in the end, so I've chased all the cracks along. I drilled a hole in the end of the long crack and welded them up as best I can. And I've also welded this bracket, rather than just relying on the spot welds at the two ends of it, onto the side panel, onto the toolbox rather. And everything seems to line up, so I should put a bit of epoxy filler on that just to neaten it up a bit. But that is a lot stronger than it was. Happy with that. I welded this bracket back into place. I'll show you that in a bit, but I just wanted to make sure that it was vaguely in the right place, because I want to check now whilst it's easy to move stuff. I think I can line that up there. That goes pretty well in the centre of that hole, so I'm pretty happy with that. Here's the toolbox finished. I did some filling and I painted it, and I've riveted the clip back onto it. I don't know if you can see that. So that's done and can go in the ready to go on the bike pile. And whilst I had the paint out, I'll just adjust the camera a bit. I've also been spending a bit of time painting up all of a lot of the other brackets. So this is the swing arm bush, a lot of the side stand, and then a lot of the other odd brackets and things. So those are all ready. I've painted the swing arm, so that's ready to go on. And I've been cleaning up some of the chrome work. So I'm gradually starting to get a pile of stuff that's ready to go onto the bike when I'm in a position to reassemble it. So I've been working on the fork tops here, just some filling and paint and undercoating, and getting the triple clamps ready for paint. The other thing I've been working on is the oil tank. It was in a bit of a pile of state, but I've managed to clean a lot of the rust off it and clean it up. So it's got a lot of sludge inside it. So I think I'm going to cap it off and put a bit of petrol in it for a while to try and dissolve all of that sludge and get it out, because these bikes they've got a dry sump, and they don't have a filter on them. They just have like a strainer, and they're renowned for the big ends going because of the oil contamination, particularly with modern oils with a lot of detergent in them. It just fetches that off, and your strainer ends up being the actual big end bearing. So I think you can buy a kit which puts an inline filter, so I'm going to put one of those onto it, but I want to get all the sludge and crap out of the inside of the tank first. So and I'm going to leave that to soak for a while before I proceed further with it. So that's where we are at the moment. I think the next project is going to be to have a look at the forks, and we'll have a look at those in the next video.